So in this video, I'm going to be basically reacting to and observing and analyzing, viewing, if you will, the Fire Emblem Engage 15 minutes of gameplay video. This just dropped pretty recently, I think yesterday, and it's in English, so that's good. So it's just 15 minutes of gameplay.
There's the castle.
Unfortunately, I'm not a video game journalist that gets a free copy of the game, so I have to wait like everyone else.
You said they were marching towards
Alright, so this is just like a cutscene. Nothing crazy going on here. These guys are talking. You have one guy with normal hair speaking to another man with very strange multicolored Pepsi hair. And he's in a rush. It's all about the hair.
Hate to break it to you, Queenie, but our forces have
Okay, here we go.
This is the part
These are the bad guys.
the ring stashed in here.
The queen is the good guys.
Who's to say?
Is it inside the castle? Out on the grounds? I'm asking all polite like.
I'm only really interested in gameplay stuff, but I guess I'll watch the whole thing.
I'm not in the habit of speaking to lowly vermin.
So I did just recently beat 3 houses on maddening, only skipping. For blue lines, so that was fun. That was hard. Uh-oh. Here's the big baddie.
I'd recommend against it, darling.
Darling.
Lady Zephyr.
That's Lady Zephyr.
Your Majesty
That right there
if she's dead.
is probably the antagonist. And she's going to antagonize you, the player.
One of our soldiers
And this
spotted
queen.
the princess fleeing before we arrived. How curious.
How
Did you
curious.
perhaps give that daughter of yours the ring?
I don't know what is up with her outfit. It's kind of crazy, to be honest. It's kind of
Well,
strange.
isn't this tragic? We'd simply hate to resort to violence.
Alright, I think this is mostly story stuff. Oh, here we go, battle. Hell yeah, dude. I'm looking forward to that. World map. Ooh, hell yeah. Cool, cool, cool. That's what I'm interested in.
Please no.
The cutscenes are definitely better than Three Houses cutscenes. Well, the animated cutscenes in Three Houses were good, but this was a talking cutscene that actually looked decent. The Three Houses talking cutscenes generally are quite bad. Alright, attack. We got attack. We have hit rates. We have crit rates. It shows you your stats. We already know all this. Paladin / cavalry. Oh, it's telling you the type for weapon counters. Alright, here's a triangle. Take that, you dummy. Get axed. Showing attack lines. So very similar to Three Houses in that way. And literally every Fire Emblem game ever. Let's see, you got some fire. Standard glass cannon with low health. Mage. Hitting the dude.
For you, anything.
Engage. It's time to get engaged and then get married.
My muscles are yours.
My muscles are yours. Hell yeah, dude. Bring it. Oh, okay, so he engaged. So if this was maddening, this is a dead unit. Unless you kill these two, which these are too far away. So this must be a low difficulty. What the hell? Is he like a jet? What the fuck? He literally looks like a jet plane engine or something. So, okay. I think a few turns have passed.
One strike will decide it all. Here goes.
I'm hoping this game isn't too easy. With, like, broken mechanics. Oh, boy. Okay, so that's like a gambit. As long as there's no gambits, then I could see this being balanced if it's limited per map or something. Yeah, if this was maddening, that's a dead unit. For sure. The archer would ping it to 50, to poison strike, and then a dude would follow up and kill it. Did she just tank a physical as a mage? What? Can't do that. Mages can't tank 2 hits from a physical. Get out of here. I'm sure this is a low difficulty, but Alright, so he's riding his thing around, he's climbing. Okay, so it looks like they're incorporating more breakable things. This is a 2-tile breakable wall, it looks like. I do like that it's actually animated to some degree. But that's a very standard thing. Alright, we're gonna get engaged again. This time to like man-to-man engagement. Rapier Liberation. It's French for freedom.
I will show you
It's
no
French.
mercy. Prepare to die.
Oh shit.
Ooh, the divine dragon. If I kill you, I won't have to lick her boots anymore.
Dang, he licks her boots.
Fate has brought us here.
It's a very specific fetish. Alright, he's getting broken. We can say... Hold on. This is the thing they always do with bosses. Hold on, let me show you something. Alright. See anything weird about this? Boss has a hand axe. Why is it that all these bosses have these whack-ass weapons that when you use them they're terrible, but when they use them they're amazing? And the game is like, dude, hand axe is great! And then when you use it, it's terrible. And it's like consistently terrible, and there's like no reason to ever use it. I mean, here's the thing. If we get to a point where you can't use like bows and stuff, like if like old school Fire Emblem games, then yeah, I get it. Because then, you know, if you're an axe user, the only ranged option would be hand axe, short axe, whatever. That's fine. But like in Three Houses, it's a total meme, for sure. Alright, he got dead. Oh, and the break prevented him from counterattacking, so... I can see break being used, like, abused. Okay, I like that the mage has very low strength. That's good. If there's, like, tome weight and stuff, that's good. That's a good thing. Got a Seraph robe. Uh-oh, they're handing those out like candy. What? Hortensia. Okay, so there's an upgraded weapon. That's a counter weapon, apparently.
Oh, I lost.
Oh no, I lost.
No fair.
This is like Crystal Meth Hilda.
Look, you're not getting my ring. I won't let Father
I don't know why that's so funny to me, but she just reminds me of like Hilda, but on something. Alright, Master Seal obtained. Nice. And there's a little thief over there. That chick looks exactly like, what's her face? From, Esteliz from Tales of Vesperia. She looks a lot like her. Very similar. But I mean, how many anime characters can you realistically design, right? Like, they're running out of ideas, so they have to consult Pepsi. Oh, dude, there's an eagle? I want an eagle. Give me the eagle. There's items. Okay. 60 iron ingots. Dude, what's up with that princess? Her dress is huge. She's like a giant balloon. Look at her. Adopted? You can adopt animals? Hell yeah. This looks cool, though. This game actually looks really good. I like the art style. Some people were talking shit about it, but, like, it looks fine. Like, I don't get it. I love the environments. It definitely looks better than Three Houses in terms of the environments. Character art, I would say, is like pretty comparable. Maybe it's a little bit more refined. All right, so here's the map. Okay, this is huge. This is what we needed to see. Okay, so it's very much like the old school. Well, it's very much like Sacred Stones, and that you can like explore, and then I can only assume you go to missions and stuff like that. Now, hopefully they don't have something like the Tower of Volney, because you could just infinitely farm that, and that was very stupid. When I played Sacred Stones, I just didn't do the Tower of Volney. When I was like trying to challenge myself. Like when I first played it, I was like, oh, what's this? And I like did it a few times, but because, you know, you're just exploring the game. But yeah, that's cool. So there's, okay, hold on, let me look at this. What does it say? Right, ring bonding. All right, so donation level 1, materials: iron, steel, orange, wheat flour, potato, rice, animals. Can adopt, can't adopt. Okay, so this is interesting. Material. So does this produce that? And it says donation level 1, so can you increase the donation level through like quests, and then you get more materials and ingredients and items and whatever. So in that way, you kind of conquer things, beat chapters, and then improve relationships with villages for more resources. Honestly, I could see that being exploited easily, so I'm curious to see how they'll do that. All right, so here's ring bonding. So you have to talk to your ring. Hello.
For all I had hoped to
I'm a
discuss
person.
with you.
How are
Now
you?
that you are before me,
I'm a ring.
I am lost
Stop
for
talking to
words.
me.
I know what you
You've
mean.
achieved C support.
we'll have plenty of time to get to know each other.
Stop talking to me. I'm a ring. You're crazy. I'm not really here. Well, she's very happy about it, so skill inheritance. All right. Okay, so that's ring bonding. We've heard about that, but we haven't seen it until now.
Oh my!
Micaiah. All right,
Whoa.
here's a little sneak. She just looks hilarious. I'll call her Lil Sneak, Lil, like a rapper, like Lil Kim. All right, so this is very much like Monastery, just exploring, running around. So here's what people said online. They said it wouldn't be as bad as Monastery, it wouldn't be as big, it wouldn't be as much to explore. Got a dog in there. That's neat. What's this guy? Got some milk. You can build resources. You can get all the resources you need. Grazing. Okay, so you can decide. So you can manage pets and animals for resources. That's it. I mean, it's interesting. They kind of were experimenting with that in the Cindered Shadows DLC. And then this guy, they've really, you can dress him up, feed him stuff, whatever. They really like this. All right, let's see. Now, what is that? What is it? I see that it's there, and I see this little love meter over here, but what is this? Bond fragments. Oh, okay, and then you use those to bond with your rings or whatever. Why is... All right, I understand why they're adding these things. A lot of people liked Monastery. A lot of people like to dress up their anime dudes and girls and gals and guys and animals and so on and so forth. I understand that. But at what point in time in Fire Emblem's history has that ever been like a big deal or something that matters? I have some concerns. Okay, one of these concerns is that there's going to be too many systems in the game. What do I mean by that? In Three Houses, there are just so many systems. So what is a system? Let's start here. So a system is like the tutoring system, where you're the instructor, the professor, and you have to, assign goals, instruct people manually based on their motivation, manage motivation. That's like a system. So you have like the motivation system, you have the tutoring system, you have the group task system, you have cooking, you have the lunch thing, which is different from cooking. Like you can have like the bonding bites or whatever, then there's fishing, and then there's arena, and there's all these different systems. And in Three Houses, one of the major complaints against it is that like the auxiliary battles and all the systems bog the player down so that you're spending much less time actually playing the game, and you're spending a lot of time doing stuff like this. Now, hopefully that's not the case. But I have a creeping suspicion that you're going to be spending at least 30% of your time just managing stuff. I could be wrong. I hope I am. I truly hope I'm wrong. But just based on like the things it's showing me, where it's like, here's all these things you own. This is their donation level. Here's this pet thing. Here's all these little dudes. You assign them tasks and graze and whatever and pick up the items. And here's your ring bonding. You have to make sure you pet your guy every monastery. Like, I can see that being like a real thing. All right, here's fishing again. You can fish with people. You can fish alone. So they've expanded fishing. You have to actually cast your fishing line manually now, so it's less streamlined.
No.
Okay. This seems like it's potentially more involved What the heck is happening? Yeah, get in here, you stupid fish. That seems more involved than the three houses system. Now imagine doing that 50 times in a row.
I'm impressed.
No, thank you. It's like, no thanks. Especially if it gives you upside, like resources, money, Professor XP, you know. Alright, this is a shop merchant. Let's check this out. Okay, here we go. Ooh, what are these? That's interesting. Recovers an ally's HP. Oh, okay. Wait. Oh shit, are they going back to uses on staves? I'm actually okay with this. I thought it was really stupid that magic was free in three houses. Like, warp is free? Rescue is free? Fortify is free? Restore is free? I can just use these? I actually like this. This is a good change. Okay, so the fact that this exists, to me, suggests there's going to be a lot of dark maps. I could be wrong. There might be very few. But why would they have an item for it if there wasn't a use? I mean, arguably, like, you know, Torch, Sea in the Fog, whatever. There's like 2 fog maps in 3 houses, maybe 3. And one, and like 2 were optional.
I thank you.
Alright, so you're buying some stuff.
I thank you.
Their money's down in the corner. Okay, so there's basic inventory management. Interesting. Now what about weapons? Are weapons unbreakable, but then staves are? Like they have uses? Alright, let's see. We'll find this out right now.
So, about the armory.
Sells tomes. Okay. Show me. Show me. Alright, let's see what we got here. So we have... It looks like weapons themselves have no durability, so... that's weird. But we have slim weapons back. Which I actually like because they're just lower damage weapons with high accuracy. It looks like there's a new thing called a compact axe. Maybe that's been in a previous game. There's also knives and daggers. Here we go. Then we have like fire, surge, initiate art, iron body art. Okay, so that's very much like, you know, fists, right? So it's like a brave weapon. If you initiate, you attack twice. Wait, let me see what the dagger says. Really quick. Kind of went through it quickly. Throwing knife. Poisons hit foes. Interesting. Okay, so you can poison dudes. That's cool. Hopefully there's not too many systems, though. Okay, what is this? Oh, yeah, the arena. We've seen this. Okay, in standard training, an ally you choose will spar with another ally. It costs nothing, but you can only do it a few times between battles. So that's interesting. So does this mean you get free weapon and class mastery just a few times in between battle and potentially even experience? Because if so, this will make like challenge runs insane. You might have to restrict this. Maybe. We'll see. We'll see how the difficulty level of the game when it ships. Emblem training increases the bond. Oh, you also had supports? Oh, between an ally and an emblem. Okay, got it. It costs bond frag. Okay, so at least it costs something. But you can do it as much as you like. Oh, arena. Wait, hold on. Let me go back to this. Oh, okay, it's all just arena. Right. Okay, yeah, fine. So that's standard training. Oh, okay, so this is ally and ally. And then emblem training. Okay, so emblem training costs bond fragments. Standard training can only do so many times. And then the first message, you can have allies train to experience. Okay, I got it. Good to know. This is all stuff we would learn just from playing the game. They're kind of showing a lot. Jesus Christ, that was on. That's my phone. Alright, so the max level looks like 10.
I'll be your opponent.
I'll be your
I
opponent.
am Marth.
Dang, he's gonna get messed up. Dang, you got fucked up, son. Oh, you lose. Wait, you get the thing even if you lose? Wait, he just got... I like that. Honestly, losing crits isn't the worst thing in most Fire Emblem games. I would rather have 20 avoid than 10 crit. Like, what does crit do for you unless you're running like a very high crit build? I'd rather be able to avoid tank because you can outlast your opponents. In a recent playthrough I did, the skip-only Maddening Blue Lions run, where I didn't allow DLC online, skipped everything, like, which forces resting. It couldn't even seminar or rest. Like, it forces resting, but I couldn't, like, do manual instructions, set group tasks. In that run, I was trying to bank on a crit, and it didn't work. To kill Edelgard, just basic tactics worked, so... Unreliable strategy, usually. Donations. Oh, here we go. If you support... excuse me. If you support enough... Or if you support countries enough to raise their donation level, they reward you with gifts. Okay, so that's... And I'm assuming that's through quests. Country will have more rare monsters that you can earn bonus gold or experience for defeating. Dang, dude. And you can explore the country. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. One of the things I was thinking was they're going to expand this monastery system, and they will. And this is it right here. While exploring in that country. What does exploring mean? It means walking around and interacting with people and all that stuff. So it is true that Somniel is smaller than the monastery. However, the world is bigger than the monastery. All right. I'm not saying that means the game is bad. I'm just saying I had a creeping suspicion they were going to expand the exploration and add more systems. I'm sure the game will still be fun, but just know that I knew that shit. And now you know that I know, and now you know. Okay, here we go. So here's the world, and there's Somniel. Got it. Okay, so there's like all these different countries. It's pretty cool looking. They have an ice one. This is maybe like swamps. This is like forest, desert, and mountains. Like volcanic mountains, maybe. Volcanic mountains, perhaps. Maybe there's like some island and sea maps. This looks like some kind of thing. Like a dungeon or something. This looks good, though. This looks great. I would say... Oh, okay, so you have to donate straight up gold. Okay, gold corrupted. Silver corrupted. Now, what does that mean? Okay, rare fruit. So, rare fruit, we know what that is. That's stat boosters, right? Historically, I believe. It's probably stat boosters. I do like that you can blow all your money. I like that. I hope money's scarce, and I hope you have to make decisions. I like when the games allow you to make, like, financial mistakes. I think it's fun. Which sounds like a weird statement, but I think being able to be soft locked is a good thing. Okay, here, let's try this. I don't know why it's recommending this to me. Oh, this is the channel. The Nintendo channel. Okay, so you can create rings. Can this get out of here? I can't read the thing. Alright, so this is Nintendo, or Daily Nintendo. You can sub to them if you want. They uploaded this. I don't know that they created this. I don't know if this is officially associated with Nintendo, but this is where the video is, so you can just go give them a sub if you want. Check it out yourself. Total created 0, bond rings obtained. Okay, so it looks like each dude has like a ton of bond rings. In this case, she has like 40. Maybe they all have 40. I don't know if this is 40 for her specifically, 40 total. Maybe it is. Let's see. I think it just stays on her. This was like the gacha thing that Choopy was talking about. So they have a gacha system for rings. I mean, this is like a side thing, so it's whatever. I'm sure the game will shower you with artifacts, which seems to be standard in Fire Emblem titles. I feel like I think with artifacts, the way to do it would to make it so that each artifact, there's like 2 or 3 artifacts in a playthrough, and that's it. And then there's like maybe, I don't know, crappy, like just like items, you know, like basic rings and stuff like that, like accuracy ring. But I think there should be limitations. I love limitations on things, even in single player games, because it forces creativity and it forces critical thinking. And in a lot of games, Especially single player only games, they like to just shower you with crazy stuff, and then are just like, look at all this crazy stuff you can do, and then players will breeze through the game with all this crazy stuff. So we'll see how they handle it. I like that stabs have durability. I don't know why only stabs have durability, but then like weapons don't. If anything would have durability, I would think it would just be weapons. I'm fine with both. Like, I want everything to have durability. I actually like that aspect of Fire Emblem. It's just strange that healing staff has durability, but then a sword, like a legendary sword, doesn't. I'm pretty sure a healing staff is going to be inexpensive compared to some legendary sword, right? I think that's like a fair assertion. Because a legendary sword, like even repairing a legendary sword in 3 houses costs you like 2.5k plus 3 Umbral Steel. Which, you know, Umbral Steel is 600 gold each. So, what is that, 4,100 gold? Just to repair a sword? That's a lot of money, you know? Like, that's not free. And then there's combat art, so you can break it faster. So, like, that system kind of works out to some degree. I think item durability should be left in the game. I mean, removing it doesn't mean the game is going to be terrible or something. It's just that why have it on, like, just, I don't know, 10% of items and then just remove it everywhere else? It just seems strange design-wise. Because then you might forget. You might be, like, I won't, and I can almost guarantee I won't, but, like, people who are just new to the game will be like, oh, I forgot to buy more healing staves. I thought, because nothing else is durability. So I could see that being a real issue. For some players, occasionally. Not like a game-breaking thing. Oh, yeah, but here's the exploration, right? Like, second battle, after battle exploration. So it's kind of almost like triangle strategy now. Where, like, you have, like, a region after battles, and you can explore and talk to people situationally. And they'll talk to you about, like, current events. Maybe there's some NPCs that aren't part of your party that are just kind of chilling out. So maybe more story emphasis. That seems fine, I guess. I mean, I don't have a problem with it. Like, it doesn't affect me at all. For limited runs, like when I did, like, the No Monastery, like, I've done rest and seminar only runs, and then I just recently just did my first skip only run. I'm going to do a Golden Deer one, because, dude, it's fun as hell. I love it so much. I love skip only run. It's fun. It's, like, crazy. You have to do all this, like, stupid stuff to make your units viable. I enjoy it. But if they just have, like, all these little segments to get free items and stuff, I'll have to go to my way to balance that. If it is easy, I hope it's hard. I really do. I hope it's hard. But yeah, it looks good. I like the art style. I like the landscape stuff. I actually am a 3D artist. So, like, I can appreciate... Here's what I appreciate about this game's art style. The Switch is not the best hardware. And it's not because Nintendo can't make the hardware better. It's because it's like $250. It's relatively cheap. So think about what kind of computer you could make for $250. Not a very good one. Now, obviously, they buy in bulk. They have specialized parts. They have a specific build. They have all this engineering and, like, hardware requirements and whatever for their specific system. It has to be mobile. It has to be light. All these things are factors. So to make good art that performs well for exploration areas and stuff like this is not easy to do. And it requires a mixture of optimized assets and optimized code. And none of that stuff is easy. It's easier, but it's still hard. Like, it's still hard to make, like, optimized, like, mountain ranges and stuff that still look good. And like this, like, these leaf decals or whatever, or this leaves decal, is probably, like, you know, like a brush they can paint on wherever. So it's all in engine, whatever engine this uses. But you have to be really efficient with, like, your artwork for a system like Switch. And you have to have, like, LODs, which are level of detail models. So, like, when you zoom out, it uses very low res stuff that's, like, blocky, and then when you zoom in, it up-reses it. So they did a pretty good job with the art. And it looks like it performs well, too. Like, it looks like it runs well. So that's pretty hard to do. And, like, look at this scene here, too, right? Like, look at the background. This looks pretty good, actually. There's a lot of, like, depth. Like, you can see pretty far back. It's a lot of rocks it's rendering. But between here, like the battle and this, that's an LOD change. So like this stuff, when you zoom in, you can see that the tile has like normals and height map and stuff, and it pops up and there's parts that stick in and stuff like that and cracks. And then when it zooms out, it uses a different version of that. That's just a flat 2D texture with no normals. So a lot of engineering in it. Pretty impressive. Looks pretty good. Looks pretty, yeah, overall, that's what I'd say. It looks really good so far. I am excited for it for sure. This stuff could be fun. I'm hoping it's well balanced, but it looks like there's a lot of content, and you could probably easily play this game for over a couple hundred hours. Now, I don't know if there's multiple routes, though. Like, the thing with Three Houses is there's 4 routes. Like, there's 3, and then one of them splits at time skip. So, there's total 4 routes. Now, they reuse a lot, so that's a fair argument, and mostly it's story with, like, a few different map changes. So if there's, like, choices, like, if there's decisions to be made, that would be really interesting. That would make this like a huge, awesome game. But overall, it looks really good. Looks like there's a lot of content. I like the art style. Looks like it performs well. So yeah, definitely like and subscribe if you enjoyed this or found this interesting. Here's a little anime girl for you to look at for the outro. Definitely like, comment, and subscribe. And I will definitely be covering this game, doing tutorials for it, stuff like that. So peace.